Why did God allow Mary to live and watch her son die, only to leave her in silence? Was it mercy, or was it a mystery he never intended us to solve? The Gospels tell us little of her steps after Calvary, but they give us one vital detail. Jesus entrusted her to John. From that moment, her story splits into two paths. Did Mary remain in Jerusalem, walking these streets where every stone held a memory of her son? Or did she travel far to Ephesus, where John's ministry would later thrive? From the crucifixion onward, the scriptures go silent. Why would the Spirit leave her fate unwritten? Tradition says John built her a quiet home here, hidden in the hills, far from the city's chaos. Yet other voices say she stayed at the heart of the church in Jerusalem, praying with the apostles. Two stories, two traditions, and a God who chose not to tell us which is true. If Ephesus was her home, she lived quietly, tending to prayer, teaching the young believers, and remembering. If she stayed in Jerusalem, she witnessed the birth of the church, the bold preaching, the persecution, and the miracles. In the shadow of Pentecost, Mary sat among the believers, silent, her eyes fixed on something unseen. Did she already know her path was splitting into two histories? John, the disciple Jesus loved, had taken her in, but now he whispered of a journey far from Jerusalem, far from the wounds of Calvary. Some say she walked the road to the coast, the salt wind carrying whispers of a new home in Ephesus. There, on a hillside above the city, John prepared a quiet home, a refuge for the woman who had borne the Son of God. But others tell a different story, that Mary never left Jerusalem, that she remained near the place her son was crucified until the end. If she stayed, Jerusalem would have been both her prison and her altar. Every stone, street, a reminder of the day she lost him. The early church was growing, and so was the danger. Rome had begun to notice. Letters from Paul, news from Peter. The gospel was spreading farther than she could imagine. And yet, another story says she did not remain, that she sailed with John to the great port of Ephesus. Ephesus was magnificent and dangerous. Temples to false gods rose high above the harbor. John found a place away from the noise, a hilltop home, a place for Mary to pray. Some say she saw visions of her son, of the heavenly throne. If she stayed in Jerusalem, her last days were marked by quiet devotion until the day she was gone. If she died in Ephesus, it was in the care of John, far from the city where her son shed his blood. One tomb in Jerusalem, another in Ephesus. Both claim to be hers. The Bible is silent. It does not tell us which ending is true. What matters is not where she died, but how she lived after he was gone. She became the quiet witness, the living link between the cradle in Bethlehem and the cross at Golgotha. Jerusalem or Ephesus? Which ending will you believe? Her story ends, but her witness never will. There's more to this story than you've ever heard. Hit like, tap subscribe, and unlock the hidden truths of God's greatest plan.